All right, man. I hope y'all are having an amazing day today. So we're going to get into Bill Burr, No Reason to Hit a Woman. This one that a lot of people been telling me to check out. Say it's very interesting. We're going to have some interesting conversations throughout, man. So make sure that y'all hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. If you enjoyed the video, stick to the end. Let's watch it. Let's roll it.
No, we have these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you didn't get the memo, Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching. Oh, fuck! Now I get it. Upset daisy, sweetheart. Here we go. There you go. Oh. So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head.
Oh, snap.
You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go.
Oh, wait. The woman screams out every day, bro. I bet her man looking like, I think the same thing about you, just so we on the same page. I think the same thing about you every single day, because you talk too much, but I don't do it, because I know that if I do it, I get way worse repercussions than if you do it. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep rocking, man. He's going to get into it some more, I believe. This is already an interesting, slippery slope that he is running us through. So let's keep going.
Every day. You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not saying you...
A lot of people go out like that, too. Oh, no. Hey, man, I hate it for you. Because you are expected to keep every single emotion intact while you walk in to your wife and they're like this. And I ain't talking about fighting. I'm talking about this is what she doing with the other guy. I ain't talking about fighting. Y'all know. Hey, but in all seriousness though, bro, men are expected to keep their emotions in check through each and every single situation that could potentially involve something like that. But let's keep going.
You should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story. All right, that was a hypothetical.
Sure it was.
You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh. I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it.
Damn.
She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta like waterboard me with like a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's. Fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. And I gotta admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, you know? I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you wanna do, right? And fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I wanna do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall, I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her. Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something, worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. Oh, it's one of the highlights of the relationship.
Noise cancellation,
so I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going on to the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, no, we're gonna talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears, it fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone, I don't wanna talk about it. Put the headphones back on, she comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head.
She ain't gonna slap no more.
Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth, honey, leave me alone, don't wanna talk about it, right? Put them on, third time she comes out, poof, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine, you want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up in her yoga.
You know, I've always grown up being told never put your hands on a woman. And there's plenty of reasons why you should never put your hands on a woman, because even if whatever it is horrible, you go in there, you walk in the room and she, you know what I'm saying, her nobody, they get it in, you see that, it doesn't matter what it is, the punishment for you is going to be way worse than the punishment for her. On top of that, you do have to admit, if you get the average woman and the average man, and you put them together, like side by side, you put them there, you can see the difference. The physical differences are there, you know? And I think that is something that is to be said. And a lot of times, you do have to recognize that. Even though we living in the era where men and women, I say men and women, a lot of people like to argue that women are equal to men in that way. Now, men and women are equal when it comes to being human beings. Of course, that's no argument. But in terms of physical strength, when you talk about hitting in this term, in this scenario, we're just bigger. We're just bigger guys. We're stronger most of the times. The average. Now, I know some women are, you know, stronger than some men. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But averages. All right, averages, people. So if you put your hands on that woman, it's going to be bad for you. It doesn't matter what it is. You go take that to a court and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Let's keep going before I start ranting.
Stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know. But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, whew, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now.
Look, in my mind, I was thinking he actually is making a decent argument. Like, what caused this problem to happen? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure whoever it was didn't just like wake up that morning and choose violence that day. Now, there are some crazy people out there in this world whose minds are horrible. It's a horrible people out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those type of relationships where a partner, being the man or the woman, is being abusive, you should get out of that relationship immediately. You know, this reminds me of a video that I had reacted to where the guy said you should endure abusive relationships. When I was like, that's some of the dumbest advice I've ever heard. But yeah, there are some people out there who are just like messed up in the head. You know what I'm saying? But the average relationship, when it gets violent, it's the reason behind that violence. You know what I'm saying? But what's the reason behind it is all he's saying. He's not saying you should. So I get that. And like I said, even whatever the reason is, you still shouldn't do it because the consequences are going to be way worse for you. Like way worse. That's asking a lot of people. Like, keep your emotions in check if you've seen your wife getting... Let's keep going.
I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. You love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. Fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire, they don't just drive away afterwards, they sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right? Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay?
Yeah,
Horrible
oh yeah, I
guys,
just said the same
have a rough
thing.
day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right? I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Real?
That's true. That's true. Look, abusive relationships work both ways. Like, there are women out there who, like, to this day will beat whoever they are in a relationship with and think it's okay because they are a woman and they feel like nothing is going to happen to them. And you have to be like, I know I said you should not, I repeat, you should not put your hands on a woman because the repercussions are going to be so much worse for you in that situation. But I say that to say this, every man, all right, women, every man is not equipped to be able to handle being in a relationship where a woman is putting their hands on them. So every man ain't gonna just let you hit them. I have seen women put their hands on men and like not think anything about it. But the moment that man loses his shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God. But those are some of the toxic relationships that people into nowadays. And I'm like, why? I just like peace, man. I just want peace. In my marriage, man, I just want thing I'm great. It's so much, it's peace. It's so peaceful. I'm so thankful for that. I'm like, bro, I don't understand. I see so many things on the internet now. These relationships are wild. And you know what? You will see the woman and the man both do some stuff to each other, whether it's physical abuse, whether it's mental abuse. You will see that. You will see them do that to each other. And they'll never break up with one another because they love that shit. They secretly love it. And if they do break up, they're going to find somebody who does the same thing. It happens. It does. It does. So, hey. Until then something like crazy happened and everybody's looking like, whoa. You know? But hey, it is what it is.
Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying.
That's a perfect example of what I was talking about. Chris Brown should have just dipped out. His career, even though he has gone on to make millions of dollars, his career is still not to the heights of where it should have been. Like, he should have been like, if Chris Brown is big to you, Chris Brown should have been 1,000 times bigger than what he was. But he got labeled as a woman beater. People can't market Chris Brown. He put his hands on Rihanna. You can't market that. The consequences, way worse for Chris Brown than they will ever be for Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? No matter whatever she did, it doesn't matter. If she didn't do anything, we don't know. But the example is still there. It's perfect. It's a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have done it. In a discussion, no matter what it was, he should have just dipped out. Men are expected to do that, and it is what it is. That's one thing that'll never be equal. I don't care. It won't be equal. You know what I'm saying? If a man goes to cheat on a woman today, that woman gonna put her hands on that man, and there's nothing he could do about it. He can't call nobody. He can't phone nobody. Ain't nobody gonna give a damn. Because they gonna say he deserved it. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. But things like that exist today, even though people claim they want things to be equal. You know, but hey, let's keep rocking.
Just say it, dude. In your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, "Oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream?" And he fucking,
hey.
You know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, "Oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck!" Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker! Right?
Damn, that's
to be
tough.
fair, she could have just been sitting there going, "I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box?" "Oh my God, I'll bring my out! I'll bring my out!" Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around.
Oh, all right, then. The secret.
I have begun
Who about to
a
get
winning
the
tradition.
secret?
This is how they argue.
Draw
as
the
far as I
knowledge,
can
man.
tell.
Draw the
All
knowledge.
right, if they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call him a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did.
I just want to say one
start the
thing. I have never used that word. The people actually use that word. I'm just saying, I never used that word forever. But, you know, other words can be used in place of that, I guess. But I don't know black people have ever said that word. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep going.
Argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? My girl knows my big thing is, my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, "Turn it down! That isn't music!" So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, "Well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone." Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay? You're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument.
Oh,
okay?
football
It's
reference.
over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down. And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
Man, this fella here is hilarious, bruh. I don't care what you think. Bill is funny, bruh. He knows how to break stuff down in a way that a lot of people will be afraid to talk about. But Bill can do it. Bill can do it for sure. You know what I'm saying? No reason to hit a woman, and how women argue. Women do argue like that. Now that I think about it. I kind of had to think about it for a second. But like, women know how to hit you hard. It doesn't matter what you did. No matter what you said. I remember Bernie Mac was like, I can't remember how it went. I'm going to have to go react to that one. He basically was like, and it wasn't arguing. You know what? It's funny. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. I'm going to let y'all go. It's funny because they do that when you argue it. And also, as Bernie Mac said, once you giving them, you know.
If you're giving her the dick, whatever wrong with you, she gonna let you know. You can have a patch on your eye, your leg could be broke. If you get up there, she'll be like, woo, shit, you patch eye motherfucker. You broke leg son of a bitch. You know you in this motherfucker. Kick it!
But I'm gonna let y'all go. This video is way too long right now. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me know what y'all thought about Bill Burr. No reason to hit a woman.